black light. Check the headdress. You see some of the Tibetans wearing a headdress like this. Then you could go down to Mexico or anywhere in South America and see a similar headdress. This is the ivory statue of a king of the first dynasty. We go over here and we see the ancient Kushite empire of the Ethiopians. That's number one. The old Ethiopian, its people. Ancient Ethiopia, the land. The amazing civilization of Ethiopia. Then you go down to free, what's that word there? Historic Egypt, the land of wonders. That's from the wonderful Ethiopians of the ancient Kushite empire by Drusilla Dunjee Houston. The sister wrote that book back in 1926, 27. Now, the captain, Tazariak, and attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz seem like they're working for the Caucasian by arguing a point that really don't make sense. Let me explain something to you. When the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was saying that we are the original Hebrews, the original Israelites, what he was telling us that history that the Caucasians claim is their history is really running parallel to what's going on now. When Abraham said that we'll be in a strange land for 400 years, serving a strange master. I might not be quoting it right, but that's talking about what's happening now, in this time. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that the Jews, were the first to come out the caves. And Israel mean against God. Jacob's name was changed to Israel because he was wrestling with the angel of God and had to submit. So the angel of God changed his name from Jacob to Israel. That's a symbolic or, allegorical teaching of Yaqub grafting of the devil. When the devil was living in paradise with us, he caused trouble. And he divided us, but we caught on to what he was doing, marching across the burning sands to Europe, and he went into the hillsides and caves of Europe and became ignorant, or really he lost knowledge of self, became savage. And we read to you in the Quran a surah called the Caves, and he was in there 300 years or more, And now he took when Moses went up there and tried to civilize him, which Moses couldn't hardly do it, but he gave him some of civilization, but he taught him a lot of technology in the process. And they, the Caucasians, became Greeks and studied in ancient Egypt up under us. Then later on and lied and said that the Egyptians had them slaves. And this is where Captain Tazariak and them misunderstand, you know. In that time, they wasn't calling Africa, Africa. You know, they wasn't calling Africa, Africa. But not long after, they started calling it Africa after a Caucasian man who conquered certain parts of Africa. Just like when Alexander, who was a Greek warrior, conquered certain parts of Egypt and named it Alexandria. Let's get into that.
Hi, welcome to another episode of the Sankofa Pan-African series. In this episode, we'll be talking about the library in Alexandria, Egypt, which for a long time was the major source of knowledge creation in the world. Now, the Egyptian city of Alexandria was the location of the richest libraries in the world, and it was said to have held about 400,000 volumes of books. Let's just pause for a moment and imagine the level of commitment to intellectual pursuits that would have compelled these ancient Africans to such an extent as to build and equip a library that held 400,000 books. Remember, this was at a time when writing was not common. The library contained books from Ethiopia, Persia, Syria, and Greece. It also had books by Babylonians, Assyrians, Romans, Phoenicians, and all the major places of the world at that time. In addition, the library served as a university with faculties dedicated to astronomy, mathematics, literature, and medicine. And remarkably, it also had a chemical laboratory and a room dedicated to dissecting and studying anatomy. This magnificent center of knowledge was first destroyed by the Romans.
But we had libraries all over the world. Some libraries went underground. But we're not going to finish up on this, so we're going to have to come back with a continuation. To tell the truth, truth should be told and not sold. I'm Black Light, telling the truth and passing the mic.